Wala pa bago. Basta.
You told me to do 4. I don't do 4. 4. Do 4. Why do you need to do 4? I just need to do 1. Do 4.
I went down to camp before his focus and the level of, you know, intense training he was doing. And I said, I don't know what. He explained that to me. I was just like, yeah, you're right. You know, let me back up a little bit and just tell him what I see.
Yeah.
You know, more so than trying to push him into being this fighter that I want them to be.
Being a version of you.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford has been taken aback by how extreme Manny Pacquiao's training camp has become as he gears up for a massive clash against Floyd Mayweather. Following the official announcement of his rematch with Floyd, Pacquiao has taken his preparation to another level, approaching it with far greater focus. Recently released clips reveal him pushing through demanding sessions with a noticeably fierce and determined edge. Terence Crawford has been spotted working alongside Pacquiao as well, taking part in grueling early morning road work and training sessions at the gym. Manny Pacquiao is known for prioritizing his running sessions, regularly heading out with a big group. He draws motivation from those around him while sticking to a consistent and highly disciplined training routine with his team.
9, 30, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40, 41, 2, up, 5, 6.
I'm watching you guys.
9,
Up.
Let's go.
Away from me, right? Help me out here.
Up.
I know.
Up. We're young.
26, 5, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40.
Up.
According to his trainer, Pacquiao performs with machine-like consistency, continually impressing everyone at the gym with his endless stamina, unwavering discipline, and extremely demanding workouts.
Working hard. He ran an hour. He did a whole...
Been with him for 22 years.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying he's a machine. He ran an hour. He did strength and conditioning with you, which is not easy.
He ran the hour. He didn't realize that this gets a bit harder. And as we increase the rounds to this, he's got to pull back on the runs a little bit. Now he knows.
He did strength and conditioning with you. He went all out. He worked hard, and now he's doing 1,600 sit-ups.
Yeah, well,
He's a machine.
yeah.
What kind of machine is he?
Huh?
What kind of machine?
Crazy machine. I don't know. Hey, well, but as we increase this, we'll pull the running back shorter, faster. But you know, he knows. So now he knows what the train's about. We increase the train, we increase the stations, change it up all the time, so it's continually shocking his system, and we get the good results.
It was a great workout this morning. He worked hard, as he always does. And the whole team's here. You feel the energy, the vibe.
Chris Algieri spoke highly of Manny Pacquiao, describing him as a powerful and one-of-a-kind competitor unlike anyone else in the ring. He called Pacquiao truly exceptional, and even named him the toughest opponent of his career, placing him among the sport's all-time greats because of his ability, timing, and remarkable legacy.
It's the most difficult thing to adjust to or get used to with Pacquiao in the ring.
I mean, nobody fights like him. It's very difficult to prepare for. It took Marquez 4 fights to figure him out. You know, and Marquez is one of the fastest thinkers in the game. And he's just such a difficult guy to zone in on. I always felt like just as I was getting my crosshairs on him, he would change his rhythm. He's a very rhythmic fighter. He uses broken rhythm very, very well. And yeah, adjustments on the fly, which is what I think all the best fighters in the world do. All the top guys I fought made vast adjustments along the way. So yeah, Manny's he's special, as is Floyd.
Yeah. His power, where did it rank among the fighters that you faced?
Not the hardest, but also very hard. You know, Keith Thurman famously said he's got bricks for hands. It's very true. So you have bricks for hands plus fast hands, plus punches you don't see, makes him a very dangerous puncher. But he wouldn't say he was the hardest. Ruslan hit, I believe, way harder. He was crunching power. But in terms of a guy with fast hands who has hard hands, but also punches from angles that are hard to see, very, very dangerous.
Pacquiao shared that returning to training camp has given him a fresh boost, saying his love for boxing remains as strong as ever, and he feels his career still has more chapters ahead.
Excited and feeling like I'm young.
Do you feel you have something to prove in this fight, Manny? I know you've accomplished so much, but do you feel you personally, you want to show something to the world or prove something?
Oh yeah, it's a challenge that they might think that oh, Manny's career is over and he's old like that. So something wrong that I need to prove it, and I'm not done yet. And
why do you feel that way? Because you've achieved so much. You've done everything. You're a Hall of Famer. Where is that coming from? The need to want to show people, like, no, I'm not done yet. Like, well, why can't you just be like, nah, I can do whatever I want. I've done everything.
You know, I can easily fight a easy opponent or non-boxers. I can easily pick a easy to win, but I pick the best because I want to add more in my legacy of accomplishment.
Pacquiao explained that his motivation is higher than ever, making it clear he has no desire to accept simple fights for financial gain. His priority is pushing his limits and further solidifying his place in boxing history.
In talking with your team, they've told me that they've seen you more hungry, more driven, more focused. Why not fight a YouTuber? Why not take an easy fight, you know? Like at 42, you're taking on arguably either the best or a 1A or 1B welterweight in the world. Why not go fight a Logan Paul, a Jake Paul, and make a lot of money and not have a hard fight?
I mean, the question is, what's that for in your legacy? In my legacy, no, I want to fight the best so that can be added to my legacy.
Despite the excitement, a number of critics brushed off the Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch, arguing that, to them, it comes across as a bout between two aging fighters rather than something truly compelling.
Mayweather and Pacquiao are fighting again. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's two legends / two old men who are fighting each other. You know, they haven't been very active. It's a big money grab. I'm gonna say it like this: I don't hate it because the division is actually moving. It's not like they're fighting for a title and keeping guys out of the way. They're fighting each other. They both make a lot of money, and it's going to bring so much nostalgia for both of their careers in the build-up. For those 2 months where we're leading up to Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao 2, all we're going to do is watch, and talk about their fights. And I love that. I love that idea because I think they're two stalwarts in our sport. And in terms of them fighting each other, I don't know. I don't think they're ever going to put on a barn-burning performance, especially when they're damn near 50. But I don't know. I'm not super mad at it. I actually am looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to.
Seasoned trainer Ronnie Shields says it wouldn't be shocking if Manny Pacquiao comes out on top against Floyd Mayweather Jr. in their rematch. He highlights Pacquiao's rapid hand speed and non-stop pressure as elements that could create real problems for Mayweather in the ring.
A fight for both guys, you know. And look, it's hard to pick a winner for me on that fight because, you know, Pacquiao is a slick, fast, you know, strong.
While recognizing Mayweather's sharp ring IQ and defensive mastery, Shields emphasizes that the fight's result will hinge on strategy and performance on the night. He notes that if Pacquiao sticks to an effective game plan and keeps constant pressure, he has what it takes to make the match competitive and possibly secure a win.
He's a pressure fighter. And, I mean, man, that's going to be explosive. That's all, you know. And I guess whoever had the best game plan, I think, is going to.
Shields believes that age won't determine the outcome when Manny Pacquiao steps into the ring. He stresses that Pacquiao's determination, experience, and competitive drive are far more important, noting that his mindset and motivation keep him as dangerous as ever. Shields also admits that predicting the winner is tough, emphasizing that both fighters have the ability to claim victory and that the fight will ultimately be decided by strategy and execution on the night.
Say younger is always better. You know, I mean, you know, experience is probably the best thing. But, you know, the determination, I think, is going to be a big factor in this fight. And, you know, look, it's hard to pick a winner. I mean, it really is. It's, you know, it's going to be a great fight and a tough fight. And I definitely want to beat up.
Analyst Chris Algieri believes that the Pacquiao-Mayweather rematch could surpass their first bout, which was already one of boxing's most historic events. He predicts the fight will draw enormous worldwide attention as both legends return for another chapter. Still, Algieri favors Mayweather to win again, highlighting his defensive mastery, high ring IQ, and knack for exploiting opponents' mistakes, traits he has demonstrated consistently throughout his undefeated career. While he acknowledges Pacquiao's courage and relentless style, Algieri sees Mayweather's approach as a tough challenge, keeping him the favorite once more.
Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather in a real fight in September. Mayweather's putting his 50-0 on the line on Netflix. How big is that and who wins?
I think it's a big fight. It might actually be a better fight than the first one. I famously went on record and said that Manny Pacquiao's style was no good for Floyd. Well, I mean, Manny Pacquiao would not be able to beat Floyd because the styles just didn't match up. And it was right after I fought him where I said that, because I could just see where there were spots where Floyd, his fundamental skills, his boxing style, his ability to control space and pace would have given Manny a lot of trouble. And sure enough, when they fought, they did. But how much is left of both of these guys? We saw Manny in the Barrios fight. Very impressive that he went 12. But again, he had a guy in Barrios who didn't step on it. You know, he let Manny dictate and fight for portions of the round. And Floyd's been pretty active. He's been fighting exhibitions over the last couple of years. Not 10-rounders, not with really dangerous opponents, but I feel like they're probably in a pretty similar area right now in terms of their momentum. But yeah, I don't know, man. It might be actually a little more entertaining than the first fight. It might be a little more action.
Reports indicate that the Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch could become one of boxing's most lucrative events of 2026, with both fighters potentially earning record-breaking paychecks due to the global attention surrounding the fight. The matchup's commercial appeal is heightened by its venue at the Sphere and streaming on Netflix, highlighting Pacquiao's worldwide popularity and the push for fair terms that benefit both icons. Despite the enormous financial stakes, both athletes remain focused on their in-ring performance, understanding that top-level competition will excite fans and further cement their legacies.
Of why this fight is happening, honestly, I don't know. I don't know why this fight is happening. Netflix is involved. Netflix has said that they, want to put on big, huge events. If you were to grade the type of events they've put on in terms of how serious they are, and when I say serious, I mean like real fights, okay? Like real fights with implications in boxing. You have to give them like a C, honestly. Like, look at the fights they've put on, okay? And if there's any criticism albeit constructive criticism towards Netflix, is I feel that they should step up the type of fights they're putting on their platform, because there could be a lot of blowback. There was a huge amount of blowback the first Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, okay? You had all this attention. Literally the whole sports world and a big part of the world was tuned in to this fight. And the fight was boring, put people to sleep.
Meanwhile, Paulie Molinági points out that there's significant uncertainty surrounding the fight. Since Mayweather's last official bout was in 2017, it's unclear what level of performance to expect from him now, approaching 50 years old. Considering the long layoff and potential ring rust, Molinági notes that predicting how precise or effective Mayweather will be against a still-driven Pacquiao is challenging, making it one of the key questions leading into fight night.
What he's got left at 49, we haven't seen him fight in a while. So, we know the Mayweather we used to see. We'll see what Mayweather exists at 49 years old. Honestly, I don't know, We're comparing the Mayweather we used to see against the Pacquiao we just saw. We really don't have anything to go by for Mayweather, because he hasn't been active recently. 49, we'll see what he has left. He was an excellent fighter, but we'll see what he has left at 49.
Paulie, appreciate your time, man. You're doing great work over at Pro Boxing.
We're a growing company, man. Looking forward to keep growing it.
Appreciate you, brother.
Joe Rogan has expressed that he still views Floyd Mayweather Jr. as sharp and fully capable of performing at a high level, even after many years away from competitive fighting. He notes that in recent appearances and discussions about his fitness, Mayweather has maintained the core skills that defined his career. Rogan highlights that his timing, reflexes, and defensive abilities, developed over decades, remain exceptional, keeping him distinct from other fighters.
His mental was just too far ahead of everybody else's.
Yeah.
That's the main thing.
Well, the one fight between guys who retired and came back that I'm still interested in seeing is him and Manny. And I know they're going to do that on Netflix.
Floyd.
I think that's still a high-level fight, though. That's what I love about it. Because I think Manny is still a high-level fighter. And Floyd, even in these exhibitions that he's been doing,
he be looking good, huh?
He looks great, man. He looks great in sparring. You see him in sparring, good Lord, man.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's lost a step.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't see Manny being able to beat Floyd Mayweather. I don't see it. I think Manny looked solid his last fight with Barrios, but I just don't see Floyd losing. I think it's some guys that he could come back today in the sport of boxing and fight.
Yeah, I think so.
Guys
even though he's
Barrios,
46. Yeah, right.
I think he would
light Barrios up.
Yeah.
Rogan has emphasized that even at an older age, Floyd Mayweather Jr. remains far ahead of most fighters, thanks to his disciplined approach and exceptional skill set. He highlights that Mayweather maintains his body meticulously, training consistently, avoiding harmful habits like excessive drinking or partying, and following a proper diet, which helps preserve a level of sharpness few can match, even years into a career. Rogan notes that this dedication to conditioning and smart living keeps Mayweather's timing, reflexes, and defensive instincts at an elite level long after many of his peers have declined. While aging affects all athletes, Rogan believes Mayweather's careful preparation and lifestyle choices allow him to stay competitive and extremely tough to beat.
Ever there in the first place. So if he was here and he's lost this much, they're still here.
Yeah.
And even though he's not Floyd that fought Canelo or Floyd that fought Ricky Hatton, it's not the same Floyd. It's not that much different.
Yeah, he's still so far ahead.
Because he's not drinking, he's not putting his body up, he's not doing anything stupid, he stays in shape, he eats right.
Yep.
Yeah.
I appreciate Floyd too, because that's one of the guys that I never did no business with ever, and he still kind of helped me. So I appreciate him, man. I think he's a real dude, and he got my love and respect.
Well, I always say that if you wanted to have a style that you emulate where you want to have a great career, look at that.
The Mayweather-Pacquiao rematch is quickly becoming one of boxing's most anticipated events, reigniting a legendary rivalry more than 10 years after their first historic encounter. Scheduled for September 19th, 2026 at the Las Vegas Sphere and set to stream worldwide on Netflix, both fighters are pushing themselves in intense training, capturing massive international attention. Despite their ages, fans, trainers, and fellow athletes are eager to see how preparation, strategy, and determination will shape the fight. With Mayweather's defensive mastery and Pacquiao's unyielding aggression at the forefront, the rematch promises thrilling action, enormous financial stakes, and another opportunity for both icons to strengthen their places in boxing history.
Netflix, of course, is very much into eventizing these, whatever they put on, whether it's boxing or tennis. And so far, they've done Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. They just did they just did Canelo against Crawford. And obviously, a rematch between Mayweather and Pacquiao, even at this stage, would classify as a big event for Netflix. And I think is a real possibility this is going to happen. Mayweather is now 46, I believe. And Pacquiao's around the same age. But look, this was the biggest fight in boxing history when it happened. And I think all these years, if it happens, especially after the way Pacquiao looked in July against Barrios, there would be serious.
Could Pacquiao's rigorous training routine be the factor that tips the scales in his favor against Mayweather? Comment below.